Hey, Tackle Warehouse, it's Justin Lucas hanging out with you, and I am gonna show you one of my favorite ways to fish. That's with a topwater and a technique called walking the dog. This technique is a great way to catch big fish all the way from post-spawn through the end of the fall. These are fish that are chasing up top, they're trying to eat shad, they're trying to fatten up, and even though it's relatively an easy technique to do and pretty simple twitching of the rod, I'm gonna show you guys exactly how to do it. All right, obviously the first thing you're gonna do is make your cast. Really important when you're doing this to let the rings settle away from the bait. So generally I wait 3 or 4 seconds, maybe even up to 5 or 6, but then it's all in the tip of the rod. And you can see I have my rod tip pointed down. I move it about 14 to, I would say 14 to 18 inches each twitch. And all I'm doing with the reel is picking up the slack that I create by moving the tip. And with the tip working like this, when you do it in a steady cadence, that's how you get that bait to dance side to side and really get that true walking the dog action. Now, one thing I feel that is the most important for this to work is using braided line. I use a mono leader, but the braided line has no stretch. And because of that, without any stretch, you get instant reaction to the bait when you move your rod tip. So that's really important to be able to doing this the right way. And then you can see, like I've got right here, about a 2.5 or 3 foot leader of mono. And that really just helps the bait from tangling up on itself. If you do straight braid all the way through, there's nothing wrong with that, but it tends to tangle up a little more. So I like that 17-pound mono leader just to not have to deal with those issues. So again, make your cast, let the rings settle 3 to 5, 6 seconds, and then that 14 to 18 inch movement with your rod tip pointed down. That's gonna get the bait dancing side to side, and you can slow it down a little bit and continue to do it, or you can speed it up as well and maybe a little bit tighter, not quite as big movements with the rod tip there. So one thing I like to do if I'm coming up into an area, you know, I generally am covering a lot of water doing this, but if I'm coming up into an area and I really like a specific spot, I'm gonna throw past that spot. I'm gonna start walking the bait up to that spot. And when I get in that little zone that just looks right, that might be when I really slow it down. So at that point, I'm really thinking there's a fish there. I'm trying to entice them the best I can by slowing it down. And once I get out of that zone, I'm gonna get back to my steady retrieve. So just one thing to keep in mind, if you see that spot that looks a little extra special, make sure you give it a little extra time when you're walking the dog. All right, well, thank you guys for tuning into this how-to video from Tackle Warehouse, and be sure to check out their YouTube page for more how-to videos that are gonna help you become a better fisherman. If there's a question we didn't answer here for you guys, make sure to leave a comment down below, and either I or one of the guys at Tackle Warehouse will make sure to get back to you.